opportunity to present remotely. This is my 6th year auditing town of Youngsville. And I am happy to report there were no findings this year. And we also issued an unmodified opinion, which used to be referred to as a clean opinion. They don't like us to use that terminology anymore, but it's our highest level of assurance that an independent accounting firm can provide on a set of financial statements. Again, this is the 3rd year in a row the town hasn't had any compliance findings reported from our firm. The first few years, I think there was a segregation of duties finding, and maybe another one. It's not coming to mind because it's been 3 years since we've had any findings. So that's definitely give your business office staff a lot of credit, your manager, finance director, and other staff. The other really positive thing is we issued the report before the October 31st deadline. So the local government commission likes us, or we're under contract to submit it by October 31st, the June 30th audit. So you have 4 months to get the audit complete. So the fact that the staff was able to provide all the records in a timely manner, it sort of serves as an indication that the records are in pretty good shape where they can be audited in a timely manner. So that's very, very positive. I'll show you a couple of trends in a moment, but overall, the financial trends in the last 10 fiscal years have been very strong for Youngsville, which I'm sure most of you are aware of. In conjunction with submitting the audit, we submit a data input worksheet to the local government commission, and then that worksheet looks at various metrics. And I am happy to report for this fiscal year, there were no areas of weakness that the local government commission, as a result of this audit, that they found in that data input sheet. And I have found almost 50% of my governmental clients have some type of performance indicator of issues. So that's really, really positive. Again, we had there was no budget overages, no issues with bank reconciliations. So we walked through internal controls and we didn't have any issues there. Management provided full access to records. We had no disagreements. There were no illegal acts, and we did not consult with other auditors. And just so you know, when you look at the financials, the ABC board financial report is included in these statements, and we did in fact audit the ABC board as well, but that's a separate statement, but it is included in the town statement. Total assets for the ABC board were about $3 million, total liabilities 1.1 million, and the ABC board's net positions at 2 million, which they had a pretty good year. They had an increase of 578,000 for fiscal year ended June 30th, 24. The town of Youngsville's total assets at June 30th, 2024, 13.5 million, total liabilities 5.5 million, and total net position 8.9 million. There was an increase of net position overall for the town of just right at $1 million for this fiscal year, so overall positive. And then tax collection percentage was on par with previous fiscal years. And I'll go ahead and let's look at some graphs now. So I'll share a screen. Okay, can you guys see the graphs now? Yes.
I see a bunch of good-looking people, but I don't see any graphs.
Okay, let me do this again. Okay, now.
There we go.
Okay, perfect. Who are those good-looking people? I missed that.
They're sitting at this table. Come on, man.
Oh, okay. All right, moving right along. So there's not a lot of graphs to show, but this sort of, as I mentioned before, this is 10 years of information, and it's very positive overall. The first one is analysis of fund balance, governmental funds. So this is essentially like the equity of your governmental funds over the last 10 fiscal years. And you see in the far right column, 2024, you're at $3.8 million. And that's the second highest fund balance in the last 10 fiscal years. And the general fund increased by 501,000 this fiscal year. And your pedestrian plan project fund increased by 337,000. So overall, compared to last fiscal year, your governmental funds increased by 838,000. This next slide is a metric the local government commission pays a lot of attention to. This is sort of the emergency fund for your general fund. So what it is your unassigned fund balance divided by general fund expenditures for this fiscal year. And it comes up with a percentage. So 100% would be a full year's of expenditures in unassigned fund balance. So you're at, the town is 69.60%. And just so you know, the metrics that the local government commission comes up with, the minimum is 34%. So you're double the minimum average, or excuse me, the minimum requirement. And the average of similar municipalities is about 63%. So you're slightly above similar municipalities. So in other words, the local government commission is satisfied with where your general fund is as far as having, a nice unassigned fund balance. This next one is total cash for the last 10 fiscal years for all funds. And this is also this 2024, the year that we audited in the far right column. That's your second highest cash balance at June 30th, which was right at $3.65 million at June 30th, 2024. But you can see over the last 10 years, the town's really come a long ways in most of these metrics. Okay, this one is long-term debt by fiscal year. I do want to point out, there's $4.3 million in the far right column. 42% of that balance, or about $1.8 million, is pension liabilities. So that a lot of the pension balances are out of the control of the town. It's for having your employees retirement. So there's actuarially determined numbers there. So only of that 4.3 million presented here, the traditional things that you think of debt, like installment purchase debt, that's at $2.5 million. So although you're seeing an increase in this chart, there was actually no additional debt issued for this fiscal year. Okay, stop sharing so you should see my face again, unfortunately. But so again, it was a good audit overall. Your staff did a great job. We issued an unmodified opinion. Again, for the third straight year, there were no compliance issues. We got the audit out before the October 31st deadline. The local government commission was satisfied, and as far as from a trend standpoint, and we were also, we think everything looks pretty good from our standpoint. Is there any questions?